Hello, and welcome back to Blue Collar Watches. I decided to make this video simply based on, I made an AliExpress brands video, and it was very well received. It's still kicking ass. It's been got a lot of views, hundreds of comments. So I wanted to compare a San Martin versus a Tandorio. First off, I got both of these during the sale. They were daily deals. And I picked this San Martin up for $160. It's normally $230 something. I picked this Tandorio up for $44. It's normally like $60. Are they both good looking watches? Absolutely. The big difference between these, number one, is price. Both of these watches have sapphire crystal, ceramic face, ceramic bezel, ceramic face, aluminum bezel. A lot of people speak highly of San Martin. This is an absolutely good looking watch. This has the Miyota 8215 in it. You can opt, or at least during that sale, I was able to opt to go with the Miyota 8315, which is an increased power reserve, and supposedly the 8315 hacks. This watch does not hack. This has the tried and trusty Seiko NH35 in it. So as it comes to movements, absolutely this Tandorio has a better movement. How they look, that's going to be subjective to you, the person who buys a watch. Which one do you like better, looks-wise? So I would have to rate them equal. I bought both of these because I thought they were good-looking watches. The Tandorio has, it's unbranded. It has a sterile dial when it comes to branding. Like I said, they both have sapphire crystal. The Tandorio even has, the Cyclops is even sapphire. Absolutely, though, when it comes to the movement in the watches, the Tandorio. 316L stainless steel on both of them. Fit and finish of these watches. Personally, again, that's going to be subjective. This is all brushed and bead blasted. There's no high polish on this San Martin. Let me zoom in there so you can get a good look. It's done to a good finish. A small amount of scuffing there in the brushing. Not a big deal. Not a major. This has brushed on the top or bead blasted on the top and polished on the sides. Couple things and nicks in this. I've been wearing this. I really like this Tandorio. To be quite honest with you, in my personal opinion, I like the finishing on this Tandorio better than I like it on this San Martin. The one thing when I did my video on this San Martin, this bezel does not line up correctly. That's a slight quality control issue. As you can see, let me run them through. This isn't quite as sharp and as crisp as I'd like it to be. See, that's, if you go one more click, then you're off to the left. That's a slight quality control issue. And slightly off to the right. Not really horrible, but for a watch that costs 4 times more, I expect more. The bezel on this, really sharp and crisp. Absolutely no backplay in it. And that lines up. On a $44 watch. Let's go on the bands. Pretty decent band on this. The only negative I would say on this San Martin, I like a fold-over safety clasp on my watches. But this is a decent band on here. Pretty decent. The band on this Tandorio has the fold over safety clasp. See, it's already scuffed up from me wearing it. It's actually a pretty decent band. The thing I like the most about this Tandorio, this has the slider adjustment. So to be quite honest with you, for wearability, I absolutely like the band on this Tandorio more. And the biggest difference between the two, again, is the price of the watch. I said, as I stated in the beginning, 44 bucks I picked this up for, $160 for this one. You could buy 4 of these for one of these. And one of the biggest things I would have to say is a lot of people in the comments when I did my AliExpress brands video talk about how great San Martins are. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that this is a horrible brand or a bad watch. But when I spend 4 times more, I expect more. The lume on this, stunning, great. I'll throw a lume shot in. So comparing these two watches, when it comes to lume, there really is no competition. That San Martin is certainly going to do better. It's got BGW9 and the Tandorio just says luminescent. The San Martin has fabulous lume. That's a good looking watch and it has really good lume. The lume on the Tandorio, it fails rather quickly. The lume on the hands is rather weak, but it does have lume. And as you can tell from that lume shot, there's no comparison. This San Martin wins hands down. BGW9 versus, they just say it's luminescent. The lume on this is nothing spectacular. There's really nothing good about the lume on this watch. The San Martin has a signed crown. The Tandorio doesn't. But again, coming back to price, there is really, I don't really think there is a, if you're just looking for a watch to wear, absolutely the Tandorio. And this is a good looking watch. This San Martin, again, absolutely good looking watch. But apples to apples, dollar for dollar, this Tandorio beats the crap out of this San Martin. Like I said, you could buy 4 of these for one of these. Only San Martin I've bought, probably be the only one that I will buy. People speaking so highly of these, I'm not seeing it. Again, I'm not trying to be overly critical. I don't see this as a $230 watch. No way. $160. This is the second most expensive AliExpress watch I've purchased. I bought a tritium dial watch. I think I paid like $204 for my tritium dial watch. This is the second most expensive AliExpress watch I bought. Good looking watch. It's absolutely going to get wrist time, and I can set that in between clicks. It clicked there though. I can get it centered, but it's not really sitting where it's supposed to sit when I do that. I find that slightly annoying because, like I said, higher price, I expect more quality. And when you can get these on sale, this is the cheapest Tandorio I bought. Usually I can find these when they're on sale for about 50 bucks, these Tandorios. And I really thought I was done with Tandorios, but when I saw this for $44, I jumped on it because I'm just a sucker for these teal blue, robin's egg blue dial watches. I have, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 watches similar to this dial color. I just love that dial color. But I don't really see too much, case, crystal. They're both sterile on the back. The bands are on both of these are fairly decent. I give a slight edge to this Tandorio simply because it has a fold over safety clasp and it has the slider adjustment. I don't know how well this this video will be received. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be some comments. But at the end of the day, I'm going with this one right here, this Tandorio, this $44 watch. This is a watch you can wear it to work, whatever your trade is, whatever your job is. If you destroy this watch, damage this watch, just buy another one. This is something for most of us blue-collar guys. This is a little bit of an expense for a watch that you're going to wear to work and potentially destroy or damage. I'm going to stick with this Tandorio. For the money, I'll put links to both of these, and you'll be able to see what they're going for. If you're interested in either one of these, do what I did. Throw these in your cart on AliExpress. And when they go on sale, or there's a super deal or some kind of sale on these, then you can pick them up at a bargain at a cheaper price, which is usually what I do. I forgot I even had this one in my cart, this Tandorio. I had thrown it in my cart simply because of that dial, because, like I said, I thought I was done with Tandorio watches. And then when this came up for $44, I thought, I'm pulling the plug, I'm buying it. If you're into building your own watches, if you bought the case, the movement, the band, everything, because you can do that off of AliExpress, the dial, the hands, you couldn't build this watch for $44. If you bought the parts separately, you couldn't build this for $44. You could build something similar to this for what this watch cost at $160, especially with the movement in this. This is a cheaper movement. The Miyota 8215, you can probably pick that up for under $20. The NH35, maybe $20, $25. Not a crazy expensive movement, but a reliable, solid movement. Okay, I guess I'm kind of rambling at this point. And for those of you that love San Martin, you're probably going to get mad, leave nasty comments. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about watches. Yeah, I'm just an amateur hobbyist that enjoys collecting watches. But dollar for dollar, pound for pound, I'm going with the Tandorio. And let's be realistic also in the conclusion of this video. If I took either one, if I needed money real quick, and I took either one of these into a pawn shop, yo, what would you give me for this? The guy's going to look at these and say, I don't want either one of them. They're cheap AliExpress watches. So even San Martin, even though people love these, it's an AliExpress watch. I think they're overrated, and I think they're overpriced. Tandorios, absolute value for your buck. All right, that's it.